can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
Oh no. Don't worry.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
No, come on, man. Come on.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Rude.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Yeah, I've always wanted to speak with more of the Centaurs. This is not the way I would have liked to have done it,
I
but...
don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I mean, I would look a gift worse than that.
Isn't moonstone all ours? Why retrieve one from a cave?
I'm
Knowing
sorry.
Centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Well, wow, that's some old quest there.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
I have a bad feeling about this. I hate splitting the party. Cut.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
And every time we improve
Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Almost everyone that we talk to, every witch and wizard, they always have partners who have passed away. There's been one or two that I could think of off the top of my head. It's the lady who was teaching us about the Merlin trials, and then her wife. I finally ran into her wife the other day. She's a merchant, a traveler. Where's the stitches? No, it's okay.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow
Oh.
approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The
Jeez.
note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
This sounds like you should be doing something about it. Other
Why
people
wouldn't
can't
Harlow
help.
extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
No, it's too late for that. Alright, Mrs. Ray, we do hope you'll reconsider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own. We're beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to just cheat us if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth
best-
hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's
Revelio.
not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Is it Family Guy's update? Oh, is it? Is it?
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months.
Oh,
We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late.
Oh no.
She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
No, I don't feel okay.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Oh, I forgot. You can't just climb up on the deck. Natty? Who are you? Natty? This is
Natty's
the
wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble.
No, why?
Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Called it. Got to take it. This is. No. It will be in here.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Alright. Oh, that'll teach you. That'll teach you. Oh my god.
Revelio.
Right, I think we're back to square one. Alright. So they came out. Maybe went this way, went through there.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Okay. Alright, let's see.
A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
What is this? This place does not get the color of this room.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Where is
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Revelio.
We may be working with the goblins for now, but soon they'll be answering to us.
Let's finish this job. I ought to pay that.
Revelio.
Pagan Tig.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
Because I see it here.
If I likes it, I takes it.
Oh, goodness gracious, that's a big elf barf.
Tell us.
Yeah, we can do that.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Revelio.
I would like to find these optional items. We're still heavily invested in the story.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend, if they're daft enough to try to come in through here. Can't believe we're forced to work with these goblins.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Just gotta go away.
Oh,
Here.
I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting trader around these parts, don't you?
You see, always makes me nervous.
Hey,
I've had enough of Spellcroft. I never have to see it again.
Revelio.
I couldn't wait to get out of Hogwarts when I was there. I was always being reprimanded for something.
Everyone in Upper Hogsmeade shudders when they see me come.
what?
Is there someone in here? No. That's cheater. Fine.
The Hamlets don't stand a chance against.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I'm surprised I haven't been given more territory. What's Rookwood waiting for? I'm a master of this.
Oh, it's went down a lot easier than I thought. Well, without sneaking around anymore, I've been going to go peruse with ease. The executioner. Okay. I have to dispel him while he's conjuring a lightning spell. There we go.
Barely felt anything.
You like that? Alright, let me see if I can find these notes. Okay, this has to be something. What is this? Okay. Tells. I don't see the
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert.
Oh.
He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Alright. Yes, this poor sheep. Why? Get down there. This is frustrating. Okay. Oh, it's just to get it out of there. Okay. Get out of my way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Make it out of here. This thing is unnecessarily dark. need to get up there. Can I get it from you? No. Alright, alright. Fine. Goodness. Go this way. And we gotta get up there somehow.
Revelio.
Is there anything else on this bottom floor? Look like it. Alright. Get over there. This is a maze. Unnecessarily so. I want to get over there though. They might have... Oh, there's a staircase right over there. This always happens. Ugh. Oh, there it is. This is the one. Oh, so kill big. I wonder if you're wanting to wait till you're much so, my love, and I know that you're like in your sure situation. So in your grasp, please allow me to say these past months, being almost sure publicly my feelings which exalt me, the most pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed, and now I am off to read your letter once more. Very affectionately, Rosie. That is very cute.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie.
All
He
right.
wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Did you? Were you destroyed? Well, still kind of release Natty from her.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Pelican.
Over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Alohomora.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Oh goodness, I'm new.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
You tell Nettie. Yes, let's erase some hell. Never mind. Let's not raise hell. I did that earlier. Oh, this is
Natsai
awkward.
Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Hello.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
I wonder if she's being blackmailed too. Yeah.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations.
I don't understand why.
I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
That's something
Natsai,
that's going on.
you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
This is lame. I don't like this. It's ridiculous. Gosh. Wonder if, like, Elf just being blackmailed or something. That's why Elfman should be like, yeah, well, I'll keep pushing it off, whatever. You might be giving me blackmail, yada yada yada, but I'm not gonna do anything. It frustrates me. I'm frustrated. Alright, well, I will, actually, before we go, let's just go see what the quest's got to say. Yeah, well, I guess we could go, I don't know if that'll be much of a thing, but I will go to, the Dream Room 6. Oh, she got mail.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage.
Oh no.
Wish me luck.
God. I do wish him luck. That'd be great. I'm gonna go up and get that, they're my guys, moon guys thing. And then, oh, this should be the last guys.
Mine now, demiguys.
To, we get to, what's it called? Right to, then we can start with the treasure vaults and stuff. Well, probably not. I'll probably do it on my own, but hopefully we're not bogged down and interrupted all so often. I'm kind of curious to see what's in all these, Hogsmeade houses that are locked behind them. So I think I'm gonna go meet up with, Mr. Moon. Let's see. Let's get random moons. Locate on map. Should be the faculty tower, but I don't know what. Here it is. 639. Shit, I have. We need.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, my mind feels lighter already knowing those statues are gone. I did promise to show you how to improve casting Alahamora once you'd brought me enough moons. With that knowledge, you'll be able to break open even stronger locks. However, we don't yet know who's behind these statues. Still plenty of the foul things lying in wait to torture me. Oh. If you bring me more moons, I'll show you how to cast the most powerful form of Alahamora known to wizard kind. At least known to me.
This should be
Keep
it.
looking for those moons, You'll save my sanity, and we may get to the bottom of whoever's behind all of this.
Save? Alright. Well, considering it took me I don't know how long to get 9 of them, can't wait to try and find 13. To cat. Yeah, this is the life. Alright, well, let's figure out what we'll do next, and then I'll cut it here. And we get to go speak to the headmistress on the big painting in the big underground Hogwarts underground thing. I forgot what it's called. It's been so long since we've been there. That's assuming we don't get interrupted by another mail or something. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep gaming.